Wesley Snipes returned as Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine, and after reconnecting with Ryan Reynolds and the two got talking, and Ryan Reynolds showered Wesley Snipes for his Blade portrayal and what Blade did for Marvel, now Ryan says it's time to give Blade a proper send-off that's in the vein of Logan. When it comes to the Blade films, it's definitely a trilogy of ups and downs and some really high highs and some really, really low lows, if you know what I'm saying. And then, of course, the sequel TV series, which in its entirety is way better than Blade Trinity in just about every way. That character paved the way for everything Marvel after the year 1998. So a lot is owed to Blade. We, of course, already had Ryan praising Wesley Snipes, talking about how he saved Marvel, how there wouldn't be Marvel without Blade, how Blade was completely different, and it showed Marvel, hey, maybe there's something with these films and licensing out these characters. Let's quadruple down on that in the next couple years and then go way beyond what they ever intended. Well, Wesley, he seems to be interested in Blade again, so Ryan Reynolds was recently asked about what his dreams are and what would he hope for Wesley Snipes' Blade. He said if it was down to him, he wants to and hopes that Wesley Snipes could come back as Blade and that they give the character a proper send-off. Time has gone by and that the character has naturally grown up and evolved to be completely different and in a different world that's kind of moved past him. And that he envisions a fourth Blade film that's like Logan, a farewell to this character in the best way possible. Now, you guys know I love the Blade films, especially Blade 2 and Wesley Snipes as this character, but I'm going to be real with you, I don't really need a Blade 4. Like, there's enough, even in Blade 3, that kind of just ends the story, and I feel like going this far back could honestly hurt the legacy of the character and that special era and time and place, because you can't just make a sequel to it all this time later and like pretend that it's the same thing, right? We saw them try to do it with Matrix, whatever the fourth one was, and that was not good. When it came to Logan, it was still fresh in people's minds. Like, he just recently played Wolverine and did some cameos, so it made sense, and there was this sense of a send-off and in a different universe and largely standalone. Blade is such a different, unique character, and the world that we live in today just doesn't even accept, like, vampire content anymore. They just look past it. I'm kind of surprised that Interview with a Vampire is even as popular as it is. I just honestly think it's going to be a hard sell. And as much as I would love to see it, we got a Blade reboot hopefully coming. Unless they cancel that. And if they do, then sure, give us Blade 4. But competing Blade projects, that's a little too much in my opinion.